Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are breaking down Fantastical Parade, the newest booster pack in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Today we are looking at 5 decks that might shape the new meta this season. And I will explain the exact cards that can turn these decks into game changers. No fluff, just strategy, synergy, and real matchups. Let's get straight into it. Let's start with the Dark deck because this archetype got some really solid tools. First, we have Galarian Zigzagoon, Lane 1, and Obstagoon. Paired with Mega Absol EX or optionally Darkrai EX, this card is game changer. The backbone here is Obstagoon. It hits 70 damage, and if your opponent already has any damage on their Pokemon, it jumps to 120. That alone is solid pressure. But where this deck becomes scary is Pierce. Yes, the new Pierce card lets you discard 2 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, and when you pair that with Obstagoon constantly applying damage, your opponent just can't keep up. Darkrai works from the shadow, punishing your opponent by dealing 20 damage every time an energy is attached, adding constant chip damage throughout the game. And finally, Mega Absol. This card needs no introduction. It deals 80 damage and can discard a supporter card from your opponent's hand, which is insanely strong in this meta deck. Together, this dark core controls damage, energy, and even your opponent's hand, making it one of the most frustrating decks to play against. We will soon see this deck in action. Moving on to the next is the Psychic deck, and this one lets you lead from the front. Mega Gardevoir EX deals 110 damage and at the same time generates 3 energy, which is huge. You can even pair it with the Mewtwo EX for extra pressure. If you want more flexibility, the real magic happens with Diantha. She heals 90 damage in exchange for 2 energy, and since Mega Gardevoir can generate energy for itself as well, you can keep attacking while constantly healing. That synergy is just perfect. Healing 90 damage is really good. And for the support, we have NDD EX sits on the bench to support healing and can also step in against Pokemon that stack too much energies. Next, we have Mimikyu EX helps you set up safely because it takes 0 damage on the first turn, buying you some crucial time. And when you pair all this with Peculiar Plaza, which reduces the retreat cost of Psychic Pokemon by 2, the deck becomes super mobile and easy to rotate as well. Overall, this psychic deck is fast, durable, and incredibly hard to break once it gets going. Moving on to the next, we have the metal deck. This deck is slower but very dangerous if ignored. Let's talk about let's talk about it. In this deck, we have Mega Marvel EX starts at 60 damage with just 2 energy, and with every attack, it gains plus 30 more damage. So it scales insanely fast. It has the same snowball effect as we saw with the Milk Tank. When you pair that with Edge Slash on the bench, which adds another plus 30 damage to your active Pokemon, and plus 60 if you have 2 Edge Slash on the bench. Mega Marvel suddenly becomes a very serious hitter. On top of that, Metal Core Barrier reduces 50 damage taken by Metal Pokemon, which helps Marvel stays on the field much longer than your opponent expects. This deck builds damage turn by turn, tank hits, and completely flip damage math in your favor, making it a real threat in your current meta. Talking about the grass deck, Teal Mask Ogerpon EX is the key new addition here. It deals 60 damage, and if both you and your opponent have a total of 5 or more energies in play, it jumps to 120 damage, which is very respectable. On top of that, Ogerpon has a really useful ability. It removes all special condition from Pokemon that have grass energy attached. That means it works not just as an attacker but also support from the bench as well. So I paired it with the Mega Venusaur deck. We have already seen the Mega Venusaur deck in previous season. With Quick Growth, this deck sets up faster than expected, applies pressure early, forces the opponent to respond instead of setting up freely. For support, we have Erika and Leaf Cap as well, which provides balance and consistency in this deck. Next up, we have the Fighting deck. For the fighting deck, we have Mega Medicham EX. This is a promo card and will be available during events. So we need to wait for the event so we can get it. In this deck, Mega Medicham EX deals 110 damage, and if you attach a psychic energy to it, the attack goes plus 40, which means it hits 150 on the ground, which is a strong hit. So I backed it up with the Lucario on the bench, which does plus 20 damage, which makes Medicham damage outscale more. This deck won't dominate the meta like the Dark or Psychic deck, but it's still a solid and reliable option that can definitely win games in the right matchups. If you like straightforward pressure based gameplay, this fighting deck is absolutely worth trying. But we need to wait to see it in action because it is a promo card and will be available in an event only. So Fantastical Parade is very well balanced set. Dark and Psychic deck looks like early favorites. Metal and Grass are strong counter meta picks. And Fighting rewards skilled play and smart trails. No deck feels unbeatable, and that's a good sign for the competitive meta. Let me know in the comment which deck you are building first and which matchup you want me to test next. If this breakdown helped you, drop a like and I will see you in the next one. Thank you, love you all.